Where were we? I made an intro for this video 3 weeks ago, I think. I do need a new chair. It's Christmas. I'm gonna need a new chair. I get it. Don't get at me. It's happening. It's gonna be less squeaky. It's not gonna be one of these stupid gaming chairs. Anyway, I tried to make a video 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Anyway, I am terrible at it. I completely whiffed and made most of the video. I'm so critical of myself that I just didn't post it. And I'm just gonna reiterate what it was today, because something happened today. Today, the patch, the roadmap was released, and it talked about something that was in desperate need of what has to happen. Albums suck. Albums are so terrible. They're just unfun. They're unfun, and they cause nothing but negative feelings in this game, as they are right now. They said they're fixing it, but this past month has just been like shit. You go and you see anybody with any of the new emotes that are only available through albums. Only available through albums. Only way to get emotes. You're just like, I can't deal with this. This guy's just it's a whale. It's too much money. I can't do it. It's Second Dinner made albums and emotes impossible for free-to-play players. Just absolutely unobtainable. So this is the patch notes from December 5th. And down here in albums, it says, you ever want to show off a complete variant set? Well, now you can with albums. Albums are variants that offer exclusive rewards. You can earn them from obtaining 3, 6, 9, or 12 variants. Kind of unclear, but then it goes here and says that 4 albums will be available at launch. Venomized, Dan Hip, Jim Lee, Hellfire Gala, which will be available after. Now, these right here, this seems like it is almost like a difficulty for completing, where Dan Hip is just like, it's the gimme. Everybody's going to get the Dan Hip rewards, some Dan Hip reward right away, because everybody has. God, it feels like if you've been playing this game for at least 3 months, 4 months, then I feel like you have at least 6 Dan Hips somehow, if you already either that or like that many pixels. But second to pixels, it's usually like Dan Hip. It's ridiculous how many Dan Hips there are. So it's just like, okay, this is the Dan Hip. It's a set. People are going to get the rewards. That's great. And then the harder ones are going to be like the Jim Lee one. Who knew about Hellfire Gala because it was going to be brand new. And then you have Venomized villains, which is going to be, again, moderately difficult to do, because you need to get 3, 6, 9, or at least 12 variants of Dan Hip or Venomized or Jim Lee. Whatever. And then it says, you ever want to show off a complete variant set? Like, who am I showing this off to? Does this indicate that there's going to be a social feature that when somebody goes to my name, they can then click on an album that I have to then show off to somebody else? Like, what is it? And then it was implemented, and it was just absolute garbage, what it was. Let me mute this. Okay. It was absolutely terrible. I hated it. Here, where's my staying hip? Okay, I have 4 Dan Hips in this album. If I go to my cards and I type in hip, as you can tell, let's make it a little bit. There we go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 32. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 37 variants of Dan Hip. And just briefly looking, I don't think any of these are split, which means they're all unique. So I have like 37. So I should have gotten this album 3 times over, something like that. But no, of the 37 Dan Hips I have, I only have 4 for the album. People saw this and it was complete just negative reaction. Well, it was terrible, because it's like, okay, there's this cool Cosmo emote. This one kind of sucks, but I want this cool Cosmo emote. Or there's a creepy looking Venom that looks kind of inappropriate, and a Spotlight Cache key, right? Jim Lee, I really don't collect Jim Lees. They're great. I love them. I grew up with Jim Lee, but this is the only one I wanted, and I even if it's like any Jim Lee, you just have to have 12 Jim Lees to get it. If I go here, let's see. Jim Lee. Yeah, these are the only two. And this one was given away for just like logging in one day, right? They're terrible. They're totally against free-to-play players. You just can't do anything with them. And so finally, let's go down all the way to the newest stuff here. Right here, album improvements. Thank you to everyone who provided feedback on our new album feature in December. You're welcome. I didn't do it. I really wish I did because, God, it sucks. We're actively making improvements to it that include more albums. Yes. Easier to complete albums. Yes. Albums with various sizes. Okay. And more ways to collect emotes. Yes. Because so many, for over a year since this game came out, we have been stuck with 5 emotes. That's it. Just the 5. And it's like, okay, I get it. Can you please do something else? Because it doesn't seem that hard to add an emote to this game. I'm not a developer. I don't know. But it really doesn't seem like that crazy of a thing to do. And I was excited for a new emote when Loki season was starting, because during the video that Second Dinner put out about Loki for All Time, they had Loki emojis, Loki emotes there. I'm like, okay, finally, there's going to be some. And then it was silent. Absolutely nothing at all. Pure terrible. Terrible. And then the Hellfire Gala one, they showed, I think, 20 emotes. At least it felt like that. Which all the emotes that they showed everybody. Whatever. None of them are actually added to the game. I can't even... They probably have like 300 emotes just like sketched out, drawn, finished, ready to go. And then they only added 4. And they said, sorry, free-to-play players, you're not allowed to have any of these. All right? No. You have to spend money to get something stupid like an emote. Like, come on. It's just something fun. And maybe this will help it out with a little bit. This character mastery. So this may mean that now you can... Hi, Jesse. Hi, my man. Come on. Scritch, 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 scritch. Oh, Jesse. Wait, Jesse. Come here. Come here. Look at all this sun you can get. Okay, not that much sun. Want to go back out? Okay. Hold on, Tushy boy. You can do whatever you want, Jesse. Except kick Jameson out of the bed. You can't do that. Come here. Alright, he's going to lick his weenie. That's fine. It looks like character masteries are going to maybe add emotes. I'm not exactly sure. But it looks like they're adding card reactions. So like half emotes, something like that, which is very cool still. Way better than what they have right now. You know, just some variety for players to have a little bit more of customization for their stuff. I'm not going to talk about all this other stuff. That's great, you know, cool. They already had in-game events before that were terrible. They were so bad that I didn't know how to redeem my Black Panther one, and now I don't have the Black Panther Ultimate skin. Would have the Storm one, but whatever. Anyway, we're just keeping this focused onto emotes and albums. They're terrible. They're fixing them. How are they going to fix them? Incredibly unclear. It's just a bunch of jargon. We're going to have to wait. But they really need to make these actually easier to do. Not just like Dan Hip ones, but a certain amount of Dan Hips. It should just count your Dan Hips. All of your Dan Hips. Like a checklist. Because you can't go to somebody's account and click on somebody's name and be like, oh, let me look at this album that I'm supposed to be able to show off. It's just like, oh, look at all your Dan Hips. Guess what? I can type in hip right here and see all my Dan Hips right there. I don't need an album for that. There you go. What about Jacinto? There. all the Jacintos right there. Now this one, the more you split it, I get it that maybe it's a little bit tougher to do because I have so many splits of, Carnage, Galactus, bunch of Apocalypse ones as well, right? So maybe picking out like a favorite of each one, because if I hit favorite for this one, right, are all these? No, not Carnage. Carnage I have Conqueror. Yeah. But you get the point that albums are terrible. Emotes are terrible. It's just wrong what they're doing to free-to-play players and shutting them out of something that is so fun. If there is a free-to-play player out there and you've spent zero money, not a penny on this game, and you have an album completed, I would love to see it. Love to see it. If somebody, I don't know, I will be beside myself if that happens. Because honestly, who's going to do it? Like, could I? This is not my free-to-play account. This is my paid account. And I just haven't spent gold in a very long time. I mean, this was the last one, but whatever. So that's where we are with this. How do you guys think they're actually going to finish it? I would love some engagement. Do you guys got that engagement? I just need a little engagement. Like the video if you actually made it this far, guys. Like, I'm really thankful for anyone who watches this. It really does mean a lot to me. I'll try to put out like 2 videos a week. I should start out small. Don't make your goals too big. Have a great end goal, but then plan out steps. Let's just do 2 videos a week. And I got a wonderful video idea that I might start to record right after I'm done with this one. That's going to be, can they stop putting tickets into bundles and saying it's a value? It's dumb and it's stupid and it's dumb. Have a happy holiday, guys. And happy new year. All that stuff. Be happy. I'm praying for you free-to-play players. Praying for you hard.